The Sky Method. Chapter 2. Watch the Sky Method Chapter 1 video if you haven't seen it yet. Its web address is in the description field. Money-saving wastewater treatment methods using hanging sponges, pumice stone and coconut fiber. Why did I come up with Sky Method? Please watch the following video. Children swimming in a river laced with human feces and chemicals. This is Estero de San Palac in Metro Manila, Philippines. The other rivers in Metro Manila are just as dirty. Wastewater treatment facilities are a must. We don't need any more reasoning. This condition will be the same in other subtropical developing countries. Why is the situation like this? It is because developing countries do not have enough money to spend on wastewater treatment facilities. The background to Sky Method and the why it is being released for free. Subtropical developing countries don't have enough money to deal with environmental problems. That's because the developed countries are not giving the developing countries a satisfactory compensation for the many resources they have snatched from them. The developed countries have not reclaimed the environment they have destroyed to plunder it. I think we can at least compensate for some of the destruction by creating a wastewater treatment method. And I'm a developer because I'm a 70-year-old geek with no money. So I had to come up with a methods without too much spending money. The Sky Method will easy to spread because I don't get technology royalty. They will create an even more excellent method if more people experiment with this method. So the technical update of this method or other new method cycles repeatedly. That is my greatest hope. The Sky Method is a free flint. This experiment and this video report were made possible by the cooperation of 10 Filipinos and 10 Japanese. The oldest collaborator is a friend of mine from 10 years ago. And all my family and relatives. I would like to express my deepest gratitude to all of you. Equipment made in the developed countries of the North cannot be used in the environment of the developing countries of the South. The economic gap between developed countries and developing countries is more than 10 times. The cost of importing equipment is high. The electricity consumption is too high to bear the burden of the electricity bill. The cost of electricity in the Philippines and Japan is almost the same. Filipinos feel the burden of electricity prices is 10 times higher than in Japan because the economic disparity is 10 times greater. Foreign-made equipment is difficult to maintain and its cost is high. These are problems that I experienced firsthand in the Philippines. Therefore, developing countries cannot buy expensive equipment made in developed countries. They cannot continue to bear the high cost of maintenance if developing countries acquire expensive equipment through donations. So we came up with a wastewater treatment method that takes advantage of the abundant sunlight and wind in the tropics. We need sustainable facilities in developing countries that cannot afford to spend money to maintain the environment. These are the reasons why I came up with the Sky Method. Sky Method can be made without spending a lot of money. Materials for this equipment can be purchased at roadside hardware stores. This facility can be built by anyone who has carpentry and plumbing tools. It is possible to build equipment that is adapted to the local area and the labor cost is low. The abundant sunshine and natural breezes of the tropics are free of charge. So we thought of a wastewater treatment system that would take advantage of them and reduce our electricity bill. Can the Sky Method replace a large-scale wastewater treatment system? This is a question that needs to be answered. There is an example in India where a large amount of wastewater was treated using a suspended sponge. See the description section website of hanging sponge. Another precedent. drive.google.com web link. I hope that the Sky method will be the entry point to realize cost-effective wastewater treatment. Currently this is not a proven practical technology. I am convinced that there are times and situations when this method is effective. We estimate that this method is effective in Asian and African countries at 30 degrees north-south latitude. So I want you all to take an interest in this and do a follow-up test or something. We look forward to your cooperation in these efforts. About half of our body is water. Water is the most important thing in nature. Water is our foundation. Water-related basic technologies and method have the highest public value of all other technologies and methods in the world. So no one can occupy the basic method of treating water. The reality is that many people have obtained patents on water treatment through contradictory quibbles. These events are antisocial and against the activities of nature. This isn't justice. So I am releasing Sky method free of charge. Note: the work of using basic technology and methods to create real facilities can be done for a fee and profit recovery. My point is that basic technology and methods are free. I believe that basic methods and tools that are useful for everyone should be free. An example of an essential technology being made available for free. Linux is the kernel of the basic computer program that is essential for us to use the Internet. It is free and open to the public. I would guess that the cost of using the Internet would have been several times higher than it is now if the kernel was paid for. I've come to the conclusion that any technology that is useful to society must be freely available to everyone, because based on this example. Below is the policy of Debian, one of the operating systems that uses Linux. Lists.debian.org web link. 1. Debian will remain 100% free software. 2. We will give back to the free software community. 3. We won't hide problems. 4. Our priorities are our users and free software. We should develop and maintain all basic water treatment methods and technologies based on ideas such as Debian's 4 policies. I hope that everyone understands and works on this. This method is released free of charge. Anyone who is not antisocial and is non-violent is free to use it. The developers are not concerned about the country, region, political ideology, religion, race, gender, or color of the reusers. Don't get involved with us if you want to be concerned about these things. Question: what if someone else imitates you? Answer: I will imitate the imitated result and improve this method further. Question: what if someone else gets a patent on this method? Answer: I am very happy if this method is good enough to be stolen. Technology bandits will always destroy themselves because they are technology amateurs. I've experienced multiple examples of this. I don't have remainder of one's life left to contend with bandits. Money-saving wastewater treatment methods using hanging sponges, pumice stone and coconut fiber. This is the end of background to this idea and the reason for the free release. Please see the video chapter 3. Explanation of equipment and materials for the practical experiment. In video chapter 3, we will explanation possible applications of the Sky method.